What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy, Sean Sinfield, for boosting up your man the YB's gyro, no doubt. So we got some breaking news right now. Your man's Conor Benn has called out Chris Eubank for some smoke. He want him big bad, no doubt about that. So the quotes that Conor Benn said on his official Instagram was, he fancies his chances at a catchweight. Now we know that Conor Benn is at 147 Donny. In fact, I'm pretty sure he may have actually started at 140. Either way, he's a 147 cat now, but he looks big for the weight. But either way, bottom line, he's 147. And Chris Eubank is 160. I think Eubank may have also started at 154. But again, it's irrelevant. 160 and 147, so I guess the catchweight you'd think would be 154. Is Chris Eubank fixing to come down? I don't think so. I can't see that myself. I think the only way this works is at 160. But once we look at and analyse Chris Eubank's response, this may give us some more insight into the practicality of this fight. So Chris Eubank, they've got the same damn name. Chris Eubank replied and said the following: "It's a fight that would be massive. It'd be crazy. It's two legends, their sons fighting each other. In a couple of years, when Conor Benn feels out a little bit, we can get it on, but not right now." Also, Chris Eubank went on to say that essentially he's got real ambitions at 160. He wants to become world champion, he wants to unify the division, and therefore this fight really is something he's looking forward to, or he would entertain deeper into the future. In a few years' time. Now, Chris Eubank's 33, and I spoke to people who know Chris, they've told me he's thinking more 36, 37 time. That's when they look to do this fight. Now, is there a rush for this fight to happen now? I don't think so. Bear in mind, let's be serious now. I don't rate Chris Eubank, but as far as his career goes, he's as hot as it's ever been right now. He just popped some next UK Donny's cherry in Liam Chiniam's. Yeah, Liam Chiniam's got his cherry pop for him. And also, you've got the whole Billy Ho Saunders thing bubbling now. So Chris Eubank really, he's booked for the next little bit of his career. He's got potentially the Canelo Alvarez play. He's got the Triple G spot play. So there's a whole bunch of different plays for Chris Eubank that entertains him, or that is relevant to his career at 160. Looking back and doing all this weird funny style catch weights and fighting a welterweight, the play don't make no sense right now in my opinion. And with that in mind, bear in mind the weight issue. If we know Conor Benn's big at the weight at 147, he's got ambitions to move to 154, then who knows, in 3-4 years time it makes sense, it follows. For all we know, Conor Benn, and to be honest, looking at how dense 147 pounds is, I'm not sure. I mean, Conor Benn may try and have a go on Errol Spence or Terence Crawford, but do you see that working out for him? I don't. So he may be forced because of talent up to 154, where it's a lot weaker. Remember Jared Hurd and all that, and he was 154 unified champion. So 154 is a lot sweeter for your man's Conor Benn. Now he may believe, although we haven't seen it yet, he may believe he's going to be daddy at 147. I don't see it myself, and I think they know. I don't think they see it either, because guess what? If Conor Benn believed that they had some real business at 147, then they'd have gone in there with Avanesan and smoked his wig for him. That's what I think would have happened. But the fact that, in my mind, if you're going to smoke Crawford or smoke on Errol Spence's pack, then your lipstick should be all the way out for Avanesan. But the fact that's not the case, the fact you're dragging in uncles and whatnot, people's great uncles and people's washed up nutritionists, yeah? How are you going to be fighting people's... yeah, you're fighting people's nutritionist. You ain't serious, man. You're having a fun career, I get it. Listen, you're all silver spoon cats. Eubank and Conor Benn, they're all silver spoon cats, so they're all used to having an easy go on things. So I understand why you want to fight nutritionists, but as far as being serious goes, this really sums your careers up, truth be known. Eubank and Conor Benn, they're both in the same thing. It's a fun career. It's a silver spoon career. There's not much seriousness in there, is there? Because as much as I disrespect Billy Ho Saunders for jacking against Alvarez, to Billy Ho Saunders' credit, I'm not giving him credit actually, scrap that, because he got paid a whole bag of money and he's a bum, but still, at least Billy Ho went in there with Alvarez and got his cherry popped for him. Chris Eubank, all he's done really is sit back at British level and beat a lot of bums. He ain't never really wanted to push himself. He's done a whole bunch of talking, but I think he knows he a bum. Chris Eubank knows he's a bum, and he don't want to be exposed as a bum. So he sits back in the cut fighting a bunch of UK bummies. Yeah, like Liam Chiniums. Yeah, Liam Chinium's no good, no chin. 100% no chin, and really was never no good. Same as Anthony Fowler. These British level bums, they're bums. They're the biggest bums going, truth be known. All these kind of Anthony Fowler, straight up and down cats. Bummy cats, 100%. Liam Chiniums and Anthony... Yeah? Anthony Bumler. Yeah? Listen, you got Liam Chiniums and you got Anthony Bumler. No good. And they're the kind of cats that are knocking around that you best believe people like Chris Eubank are dying to have a go on. And same as Conor Benn. He the same kind of cat. He hanging around. And Conor Benn younger, but still, it's all the same stuff. They all be beating all these bum dudes. None of them really want to get stuck in. And hence, I give credit to Josh Kelly. Even though I think he thought that Avanesian was sweet, either way, he got his cherry popped for him. I give credit to Billy Ho Saunders. Even though he thought he was a badass, he got his cherry popped for him by Alvarez. That's what you call really thinking you can be great. Because whatever we say, however you criticise these other guys, at least they actually try to be great. Cherry popped or not. Josh Kelly tried to be great, got cherry popped. Billy Ho tried to be great, got his cherry popped. Chris Eubank, old as you like, just hanging back in the cut, waiting for what? Waiting for people to get super old. I'm hearing he wants Triple G at 60 years old. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Chris Eubank is looking and trying to wait until Triple G is about 50 years old, and then he's going to send a contract. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, there were some talks a few years ago about Chris Eubank versus Triple G, but Chris Eubank said, no, he's not 50 yet. So that's where we find ourselves now. So on that basis, this fight makes perfect sense within that narrative, the narrative of the UK Bum Slayer. These two would love to cash in on a big fight, and I don't know why you man buy these things, because it ain't me buying it. It's all you. I guess it's all you. In my opinion, the same people who buy Chris Eubank fights are the same ones who buy OnlyFans. Bottom line, because you man a bunch of cut-downs, 100%. You buy all these gimmick things. Who buying it? Everyone talk about simp, but someone making, it's not me, someone's paying these chicks $100,000 a month. Who is it? I'll tell you who it is. The same bums who are buying these bum fights. From Chris Eubank and Conor Bum. Yeah? Conor Bum. Conor Bum. Yeah? Conor Bum. Conor Bum with a double N on the end. Conor Bum with a double N on the end. Not Ben, it's Bum. Yeah? How about that? Listen. So you got Conor Benn and Chris Eubank. They're looking to fight at a catch weight. A few years from now, Conor Benn will be bigger, and it will make sense at 160 out of 4. You'll have to go up there. There's no way Eubank coming down. I don't believe it myself. There's been some murmurings of him even going up to 168. So there's no way he's going back. People don't go back as they get older. And remember, 3 years from now, he's going to be 37. Yeah, so you don't go down weights at 37, and it's not going to be that big, because I don't see, for that fight to be big enough to bring Eubank down, it'd have to be massive, and Conor Benn, I don't believe, is going to beat all them top guys to make the fight big enough. You damn near need to be Floyd Mayweather. I remember Triple G Spot said to Floyd Mayweather, I'll come down to 154 to fight you. But that was, see what I'm trying to say, that's the kind of fight you need to do to bring people down. Conor Benn ain't going to be that kind of guy. So it's going to have to be at 160. Now, that in itself changes the whole dynamic. Because even if you give Ben a chance, really, jumping 2 weights? How many times has it worked out well for people jumping 2 weights? The only way it makes sense in my mind is if Conor Benn turns out to be like Alvarez. Alvarez really is the only guy who's able to jump up weights and make cherries pop. Yeah? No one else really making booties pop like that. Yeah, 100%. No one apart from Canelo Alvarez are making booties pop at the moment through the weight divisions. He the only one making Donnies throw it back for him. No one else is doing that. That's a fact. Most people can't even make their own division pop like that. That's a fact. So, listen. I mean, I'll watch the fight. It's not going to be a blockbuster. It's going to be a typical OnlyFans special. Some more crap for Sky to pump out. And I won't be surprised if Dillian White will be around there looking to get on there somehow, because you know what he's like. He loved to listen. Dillian White, this show here, Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank is the kind of show that Dillian White would be begging to get on the card. Just, you know what I mean? One of them ones. Oh, that's a big card. Maybe I can go in there and fight some bum. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like some next don called Michael Dowd or something like that. One of them ones no one's ever heard of. That's the kind of show, 100%. Shillian Shot loves them kind of shows. But yeah, it's intriguing for the OnlyFans crowd. It's an intriguing fight for the casual crowd. But both men ain't done nothing in their own right to make it a serious match. For example, like I said, this match will be known as the Silver Spoon. The only bit it's missing will be Eddie Hearn. That would be the ultimate trilogy. They should call it the Silver Spoon trilogy. Get Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn, and Chris Eubank on there, because none of them really done nothing on their own. They're all, and even the fact they mention it here, even before the fight's even signed, you got them mentioning, oh, this will be the legends, his sons. What? Why can't you leave your parents alone? Yeah, we all get it. We all get that you're silver spoons, but you don't need to. Well, you do. That's the problem. Because you ain't done nothing on your own. You're still trying to. Oh, look, it'll be like the legends. No, let me explain to you why. The problem here. The problem for me is the fact that Chris Eubank Senior and Nigel Benn, they had great attributes in their own respect. That's what made that fight great. Do you understand? It wasn't about, wow, Ben and Eubank. It was about, these are two serious dudes. That's why people wanted to tune in. You two ain't that. Do you know what I'm saying? So for us to sit here today and say, oh yeah, that's an amazing, great fight. It's not though, is it? All it is, literally, is two names. They could be anyone. It's almost like, it's actually quite a weird concept. You've taken two names, both have done nothing, and you want to try and somehow transpose this into something great. Oh look, it's not like. I saw someone commenting, oh, take my money for a Ben versus Eubank replay war, but it's not a replay war, is it? I mean, you got Chris Eubank Jr. Watch his last fight against Leon Chiniams, just running around for 12 rounds. There's nothing warrior about that. I never remember seeing Chris Eubank Sr. run around for 12 rounds. I've seen him go in there and get his eye bust up and still try and throw down. Chris Eubank had no excuse not to KO Liam Chiniams, but he found a way. That for me, Chris Eubank sums up the new age of scary ass boxers, scary ass dudes, fanny around, run around dudes, but very, very looking asses. Sums it up. Now, to be fair to Conor Benn, so far, with all the cherries he's been in there with, he's done well. Yeah, he's shown some good level of aggression, but guess what? And that's why I really want to see the Avanesian fight, because that's the fight that will show me how hard you are. Everyone can be hard fighting nutritionist. Yeah, we can all be hard fighting El Nutricional. I reckon I'd look hard against Chris Algieri, 100%. I'd knock Chris Algieri out too. Oops. Now what? Do you know? So what are we doing here? Yeah? Who can't have a go on El Nutricional? Exactly, everyone can. So what we do? What's the point? Go in there and knock Avanesian out, and I'll tell you, listen, you're serious. But until then, you're playing games, and you know you're playing games. And it's embarrassing that, think of all the silver spoon things you've got. The least Conor Benn could do for the fans is say, you know what, people, I've got such a massive silver spoon in my mouth, and I've got one in my mouth and one up my ass. Let me go in there and actually set pace and show you, man, what time it is. Stop talking. Stop taking people's names and running with it. Yeah, take the silver spoon out your backside and say, listen, I'm going to show everyone and the YB what time it is. Let me pop this Avanesian's cherry, and then what's anyone going to say? Because I'll tell you now for free. If you go in there and do what you did to El Nutricional against Avanesian, I'm going to be the first one to say. I'm going to be the first one to put Errol Spence on notice. I'm going to be the first one to put Terence Crawford on notice. I don't even really rate them man like that. I'd love for Conor Benn to go in there and knock Avanesian out, because I'll be the first one to say, listen, you're going to get it. Team Lighty coming for you, scary ass USA funny style dudes. Yeah? That's what I'll be the first one to say, but you ain't. That's the problem. People say, YB, you're a turncoat. You don't support your own. You don't support shilly and shite. No, I don't support goofy behaviour. I don't support you sitting there gassing about how hard you are, and it comes to it and, oh, I've lost my voice, oh, I've got lawyers now. What? I thought you was Brixton Roadman. What's the lawyers got to do with Brixton Roadman? Exactly, you're scary ass, that's what you is. And Conor Benn, he a silver spoon. And all this is more OnlyFans. So yeah, any of you OnlyFans dons out there, You best believe this show's made for you, 100%. I'm hearing Eddie Hearn on the blower now. He trying to sign this fight. Big, massive Silver Spoon event, the Silver Spoon trilogy. Eddie Hearn, yeah. Conor Benn, and you got, finally, Chris Eubank, no doubt.